Hey class, Jim here. This is going to be a brief video on how to navigate Desire to Learn, or My Courses as it's sometimes referred to. So once you log in, this will be our start page here, and the first thing you'll notice is that there are announcements. And so this is the first announcement for the semester, etc. A lot of times there'll be links inside the announcements. So here's a link to our fall syllabus, our fall schedule. The schedule is going to be the most important document for the semester. We'll stick to that very closely, so make sure you print it out and keep it close at hand. And there's another announcement here about class introductions. So if you click on this link, it will open up a Padlet. And if you double click on the Padlet background, you can upload a photo or a video and tell us a little something about yourself so we can get to know each other. One of the pieces of software we'll use this semester is OneNote. That's a Microsoft product, so this talks about that software and how we're going to use it. And I'll do another video that talks about it more specifically. So navigating D2L is pretty intuitive. Content is where a lot of the course materials will be. And so if we go to the start here, you'll see 3 videos, and one will be an overview of OneNote, one of My Lab Math, and one of D2L, which is this video. Your syllabus and schedule are called out right here. Again, schedule, most important document for the course. My Lab Math Access, this is where you're going to do your homework and your quizzes. And My Lab Math Access is a little different than in the past. I will do a separate video talking about the details of that. When you take exams in this class, there are 3. There are 2 midterms and a final. They have to be proctored, and you can either have them proctored at home through this service, this HonorLock service. This link is not completely up to date yet. The college is still negotiating at the last minute whether our HonorLock contract is going to come through Front Range Community College or whether it's going to come through the Colorado Community College system. So I'll get this updated as soon as I know the details, and I'll share those with you. Here's our detailed schedule for our 15-week semester, and I'm noticing that I haven't updated the dates yet. They will be updated before tomorrow. Everything's broken into weeks, so here's week 1, and if we click on week 1, we'll see all the responsibilities for week 1. So in week 1, we're going to cover 2 sections of content, 6.1 and 6.2. I've got some videos that I've made and put in here that sort of are video examples of certain concepts that might be helpful for you. There's another link to the Padlet for class introductions. If we go to any week here, it will just be a nice description of what you need to do for that week. And in general, your weeks are going to look like this. You're going to have a weekly homework assignment in My Lab Math. You're going to have a weekly quiz in My Lab Math. The quizzes you can take twice, the highest one counts. The homework you can try each problem an infinite number of times. And then we'll have these weekly worksheets. These worksheets through the Microsoft product OneNote are so that you can submit written work on a weekly basis. And that gives me an opportunity to give you feedback on that written work before you take the written exams. Let's see what else is under content here. If we go below that, we've got some handouts. The most important concept in trig is the unit circle, and so I've got some blank unit circles up here so you can practice, and then here's one with all the coordinates, the 8 sector and the 12 sector. So practice those unit circles. You want to have those unit circle values memorized. How-to videos. Here is a list of videos that I've made to sort of describe how things work. Here's the OneNote video. It's nice to be able to use an equation editor in D2L, so this describes how to do that. The graphing software that we typically use for the course is Desmos. That's an online graphing package, and that's what will be available during, well, I need to be careful here. During exams, the scientific Desmos calculator is available. Graphing calculators are not available for the exams, but scientific calculators are. No handheld calculators, but this Desmos scientific calculator will be available. So familiarizing yourself with Desmos is a great idea. One really important thing in this class is that As soon as you finish a written exam, if you're having it proctored at home through HonorLock, you need to scan your work. Typically, students will scan their work with a phone app. The phone app I recommend is Cam Scanner. You need to scan it and have it uploaded to the assignment tool within 15 minutes, preferably quicker. It should take no more than 15 minutes. So your exam 1 work will be uploaded here, your exam 2 work here, and your final exam work there. Super important that you upload it quickly. And second thing that's super important is that you don't submit a monstrous file. The file needs to be 5 megabytes or less. And that software that I mentioned over here, Cam Scanner, this typically, if you're in grayscale, will create files that are of the appropriate size. If you somehow have a file that's too big, you can use a screen capture tool. On Windows, they have the Windows snipping tool, and capture each page into a Word document and then export it as a PDF. So you should be uploading PDF files of 5 megabytes or less. And if you have any trouble, let me know. When you're looking at these assignment, if you look under the assignment tool, there's practice uploads here. You can practice as much as you want. Your exams, typically you'll have many pages of work. So when you're doing a practice upload, to make sure you have the process dialed before the first exam, upload something that's got 5 pages. Just grab 5 pages of notes or something, scan them with your phone with the app, Cam Scanner, or there are other apps. You can use a traditional scanner as well. And upload those PDF files just to see that you can upload a file quickly and under 5 megabytes. Also under content, if we go down further, there are some resources about the written exams. So here I've got a study guide for each of the 3 written exams, and I've got a study guide answer key. So there's questions in each of these overview and study guides, and then here are the answers. So ideally, you're going to try to work those answers before you look at the answer key. And then there's a bunch of other help stuff for Pearson and what Pearson is going to look like this semester. Again, when I do the MLM video, I'll go into the details of this. Exam proctoring, again, either at an FRCC testing center where you use a paper and pencil, or at home with HonorLock. And then there's some frequently asked questions that have answers there. So let's see. And then, excuse me, under assignments, you saw what that was. That's where you upload your written work. Discussions, we just have a bunch of blank discussion boards, one for each week. I'm going to be doing a lot of grading of your weekly worksheets. So that is in lieu of having a required discussion post for the week or anything. But if you have any questions, of course, post them here and I will get back to you. Or you can always email me. Ideally, email me at jim.voss@frontrange.edu. And then quizzes. There's only one thing here. And this is going to be so these ones are here. These are old ones. Don't worry about those. So the one thing is that you'll have to take this pre-exam acknowledgement if you're going to be testing from home. So and I hate to say it, but we have had lots of students trying to cheat while being proctored at home. And this is an acknowledgement that you are going to be honest in the class. So you are going to take the exams fairly and not try to cheat. If you get caught cheating, which we are catching students in every class these days, you'll get a 0 on the assignment at the very minimum. And things could get worse depending on how many violations you've had, etc. So just be aware of that. We have videos of the exam taking process. So please be super aware of that and be honest in the course. Grades, this is where your D2L gradebook will be. In general, the grades are going to be more updated in MyLab Math because you have weekly assignments. After each exam, I will bring over the exam score. I will bring over the quiz averages, the homework averages, and the notebook averages and put them in this gradebook here, the D2L gradebook. So the D2L gradebook is only going to be updated at the exam time. If you want a really day-to-day granular view of your grade, you're going to do that in MyLab Math. And then class list is the list of all the students in the class, so you can email each other if you would like. To send an email to me, if you come to class list, you can send, well, I guess I'm not in the class list anymore. The teachers used to be in the class list, and it was an easy way to send a internal message to your teacher was through the class list, but that apparently is not the case anymore. And which is fine, because I would actually prefer you to email me at jim.voss@frontrange.edu, because then I can answer you on my phone, wherever I am. When you're dealing with this internal messaging of D2L, it's a closed system, and so it's a little harder to sort of reply. You can't just reply if you're on your phone in a random place as easily. And then that's about it for D2L. So fiddle through D2L, go through all the tabs, look around, familiarize yourself with what our weekly schedule is going to be. Homework, quizzes, and worksheet every week. Everything's due on Monday night by midnight. And let me know